Exploitation YouTube, Tom Sell here. Now, one of my favorite decades is the 1980s. Now, despite I was, of course, born in 1992, so it's not really around the 80s. Sometimes, that just shows like Stranger Things and whatnot. That makes me wish I was grew up in the 80s, to be honest. But hey, the 80s still had some really great, amazing movies. And so this whole week, I'm deciding to do my top 10, favorite movies of all the 80s. Like, for example, today I'm going to do my top 10 1980 movies. Tomorrow I'll do 1981, and so on and so on. So, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite movies of pretty much of 1980. Alright. Alright, coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 10 will be The Blue Lagoon. Now, this is a classic right here. I mean, the reviews for this is not so good. Like, it has a 9%, which surprises me. There's lots of people who... There are actually people who like this movie as well, so... Makes me surprised that the critics didn't like it. But anyway, this film, I believe it was Brooke Shields' first feature. Then after that, she did Endless Love and whatnot. And it stars this actor named Christopher Atkins. And in it, they play like two teenies who, when they were 7, they end up surviving from a shipwreck, and they end up. They're pretty much cousins, by the way. So yeah. Yeah, this film is pretty much about two cousins who ends up falling in love, which in real life that would be sickening. But I guess in movie form it's okay, whatever. But I mean, don't fall in love with your cousins, people. That's not cool in real life. But anyway, that being said, I really like the chemistry between Brooke Shields and Christopher Atkins. I really thought they were both great in this, and they were pretty much like two of the only major stars in this. Like, there was, of course, the younger versions of them, while there was also the actor playing their uncle who ends up dying in the film. So they pretty much had to carry like both Atkins and Shields, which I believe they were either 15 or 16 at the time, whatever. But they and for their first feature, I thought they were both pretty solid in this. Like I said, they had great romantic chemistry with one another. You know, since Blue Lagoon, Brooke Shields, of course, been in loads of other stuff after Blue Lagoon, so that's pretty cool. And since Blue Lagoon, they did like a couple of other reincarnations of the story. Like they did a sequel with like very young Mila Jovovich. They also did that Lifetime remake that premiered a couple years back. But nothing tops the original. The original Blue Lagoon will always be amazing. And Blue Lagoon is pretty much a film about survival. It's a film about love and all. So, if you guys still haven't seen Blue Lagoon yet, check it out. It's really good. A little bit of an awkward film because it's a movie about two cousins falling in love, but still a decent love film. Alright, coming in at number 9 is The Blue Brothers. I mean, come on. Blue Brothers, directed by John Lennon, starring Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. How could you not love The Blue Brothers? Blue Brothers 2 you can easily not love. Blue Brothers 2 is horrible. But the first Blue Brothers, which paired both Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi together, is a classic. I mean, it's pretty much about like these two brothers who end up, forming a music group titled the Blue Brothers, so they could raise $5,000 to pay back taxes. And so they want to get like the old band back together. And this film also featured lots of cameos by iconic music artists, like Aretha Franklin was in this, Cab Calloway. You also had James Brown, Ray Charles was in this. Not to mention Carrie Fisher was also in this too. So there's that. Blue Brothers is just the best. It's iconic. It has the most iconic music. And before this, like, this movie is actually an adaptation of a Saturday Night Live skit that both Aykroyd and Belushi did together. So, probably, yeah, it's probably one of my favorite, like, adaptations of a Saturday Night Live skit. Maybe along with Coneheads, but anyway. But if you guys never had a chance to check out the Blue Brothers, granted, the first Blue Brothers, the other one that got released in the 90s with Aykroyd and John Goodman, you don't have to watch that. The first Blue Brothers is iconic. It's the best. Check it out. And looks like I have Mickey Mouse series. Anyway. But, yeah, definitely check out the Blue Brothers. I mean, directed by John Landis, who gave us Animal House. Iconic filmmaker right there. So, yeah, Blue Brothers is definitely my number 9 favorite. Alright, coming in at number 8 will be the Dolly Parton classic, 9 to 5. I swear, I keep forgetting this movie came out in early 1980s. I would say it came out like late 1980s, whatever, but anyway. Of course, 9 to 5 pretty much paired up, Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda, and Lily Tomlin all together, who pretty much want to take down this sexist boss by abducting him and running the business for themselves and all. So it's this like 9 to 5 is definitely a movie that definitely was ahead of its time because it was of course before the whole Me Too movement and whatever. But I know there's like talks about a sequel in the works or a reboot or whatever. A reboot would definitely work today. With today's society, I think a reboot of 9 to 5 definitely on the cards there. And of course, Danny Coleman pretty much played the bigot in this. Was not. It's definitely a boss you would not want to have. And also the chemistry between the three leads, Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda, and Lily Tomlin were all great. Like this was of course Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda before Grace and Frankie, by the way. So there's that. And yeah, I mean this movie would definitely work in the Me Too movement. So if you guys still never seen 9 to 5, check out 9 to 5. It's a really good one. And of course, it gave us Dolly Parton's classic song. I mean, come on. All right. Coming in at number 7, it's going to be Caddyshack, another one of the best comedies of the 1980s. I mean, it's, of course, not so long ago I did my top 5 favorite golf movies, and Caddyshack was number 1. I mean, anyway, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Caddyshack is a golf classic right there. It features a good cast membership. Like you got Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, who also directs it, by the way. You also had Brian Dangerfield, Brian Doyle Murray, who's of course the brother of Bill Murray. Right. Of course, the Gopher. I mean, who did not like the Gopher? Yeah, I just love Caddyshack. It has some really funny some really funny lines in this. It's one of the most iconic comedies of the '80s, and check out Caddyshack. And kind of like Blue Brothers, check out Caddyshack 1. Caddyshack 2 is god awful. The first Caddyshack is the best, so yeah. Alright, coming in at number 6 is probably one of my favorite horror movies of the 80s, and that is Friday the 13th. I mean, this movie, of course, gave us that amazing twist, that spoiler for a 1980s film, oh, but anyway, the original Friday the 13th, of course, did not feature Jason. It featured Jason's mom. So, yeah. But, anyway, of course, it's about, like, camp counselors who are, camping one day, and there's, like, a mass serial killer that's, killing them off one by one. You had a young Kevin Bacon. Lots of people always keep thinking Footloose is Kevin Bacon's first film. I believe his first one was Animal House, but, really, it was Footloose that put Kevin Bacon on the map. But, yeah, it was pretty cool seeing Kevin Bacon in this. I mean, of course, he had Bessie Palmer as Miss Voorhees. I mean, one of the most iconic movie moms of all time. Of course, he had some of the other cast members, like Adrienne King was in this, Harry Crosby. It's really cool. It's one of the most iconic horror movies of all time, and it's set off lots of amazing franchises. Not all of them amazing, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Friday the 13th is definitely my sixth favorite. Like, maybe down the line I'll probably do my 10 favorite horror movies of the 80s in the near future. But, anyway. Yeah, Friday the 13th is definitely my sixth favorite. Alright, coming in at number 5 is actually something that won Best Picture at the Oscars, by the way, and that is Ordinary People. Now, the movie was directed by Robert Redford and featured a cast that included Mary Tyler Moore, Timothy Hutton, Donald Sutherland, Judd Hirsch. I believe Timothy Hutton won his Oscar for this, if I'm not mistaken. Gotta double check that. But, anyway, it's pretty much about, like, tormented by guilt following the death of his older brother, Buck, in a sailing accident. Teenager Conrad Jarrett ends up attempting he pretty much wants to like attempt suicide, but he ends up returning home following a psychiatric following like being in a being in the hospital and whatnot. So he ends up dealing with his he ends up reconnecting with his mother, played by Mary Tyler Moore, who I believe won her Oscar for this, by the way. And he also reconnects with his father, played by Donald Sutherland, and his doctors, of course, played by Judd Hirsch. So there's that. This movie is pretty sad. Like, you're gonna need tissues while watching it. But like I said, it, of course, won the Oscar for Best Picture. It probably has one of the best screenplays of that era. Such an amazing movie with some great performances. I mean, Don Sutherland never got an Oscar nomination, and how did Don Sutherland not get a nomination for this is beyond me. But yeah, Ordinary People it's a terrific movie. If you guys never seen it, like I said, it won Best Picture at the Oscars. Such a terrific movie. All right, coming in at number 4 is Airplane. Now, this is one of the best spoof movies of all time. Airplane is a classic. It has some of the most iconic lines. I mean, don't call me Shirley. And, of course, it had basketball superstar Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was great. Just love this movie. I mean, Airplane is seriously a movie that would not get made today. Like, with so many people finding everything offensive and whatnot, this movie would not ever get made today. Like, believe me. And of course, you got the great Leslie Nielsen in this, directed by Jerry Zucker. Such a funny classic comedy. And like Blue Brothers and Caddyshack, Airplane 1 is the best. Airplane 2, on the other hand, yeah, that does not work at all. But anyway, the first Airplane is amazing, and it's definitely one of the best spoof movies of all time. Like if you guys still never seen the first Airplane, check it out. It's a comic classic. And it's also a spoof of like disaster movies, and it's mainly set on a plane. So, hey, who doesn't love a good air? Like this is definitely a movie you can watch on a plane, by the way. All right, coming in at number 3 is Raging Bull. Now, of course, Raging Bull is it's pretty much about a heavyweight boxer, Jake LaMotta, played by Robert De Niro, and it's like you have Joe Pesci who plays like his who pretty much like plays his trainer and whatnot. It's directed by the great Martin Scorsese, one of his best works. You know, Robert De Niro, of course, won his Oscar for this, and I believe it was Ordinary People that won Best Picture. But Raging Bull is, you know, if I had to choose which film should have won Best Picture between Raging Bull and Ordinary People, I probably would go with Raging Bull. It's great. It's black and white. It got great performances by De Niro, Bobby D. I mean, come on. By Joe Pesci, really good film, and it's a great story. You know what? It's also probably it's also probably one of the best boxing movies that's not named Rocky. So yeah, definitely check out Raging Bull. It's a really good one. All right, coming in at number 2 is The Shining. You know, based on the iconic book by Stephen King, starring Jack Nicholson as Jack Torrance. Got the kid Danny Torrance as Shelley Duvall. I mean, what an iconic motion picture this was. And believe it or not, Stephen King never even liked this version, which I still don't get why, but never read his books. I guess I can't really understand why. But anyway, I really love the Shining movie. It's definitely one of Stephen King, like one of the best Stephen King adaptations there is. You know, Jack Nicholson, I believe Jack Nicholson win his Oscar. No, he got nominated for an Oscar. But anyway, yeah, The Shining it's creepy. It features two twins who not want to be in a dark alley. Like those are some creepy twins right there. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Shining is of course directed by the great Stanley Kubrick. It's definitely one of his best work in my opinion. Such a great movie. I mean, if you guys still never seen The Shining, check out The Shining. You'll be glad you did. Anyway, and of course, the sequel, by the way, Doctor Sleep, comes out in November, so can't wait for that. Alright, what is the best movie of the 1980s? It's an obvious one. The best 1980 movie of all time is maybe one of the best Star Wars movies of all time. Come on. It's The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, it's one of the sequels that, definitely a sequel that, you know, because the original Star Wars got released in 1977 or 78, around those two eras. So this was kind of like a follow-up to the original Star Wars, and who knew that you could top the original? Empire Strikes Back really did it. It's an amazing masterpiece. It's a great film. I mean, come on. It, of course, showcased the iconic twist that, spoiler for The Empire Strikes Back, but who still haven't seen The Empire Strikes Back now? I mean, come on. Of course, it features that Darth Vader is, of course, Luke's father, which whoever saw that twist coming when you first saw this movie? I mean, yeah. Of course, you got the late great Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, Harrison Ford as Han Solo. I always thought that George Lucas directed this movie, but it was directed by this director named Irvin. Can't really pronounce his last name, but I always keep forgetting George Lucas did not direct this. But anyway, yeah, Empire Strikes Back is one of the best sci-fi movies of the '80s. It's iconic. It's a masterpiece. I could watch this movie tons of times. It's amazing. And yeah, it's definitely, like I said, it's the best Star Wars movie of all time. So, Empire Strikes Back, definitely the best 1980 movie there is now. But Spider-Man said, you remember that very old movie, The Empire Strikes Back? But anyway. Then, of course, after this, we got Return of the Jedi, which was good, but Empire Strikes Back is still better. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Blue Lagoon. 9, The Blue Brothers. 8, 9 to 5. 7, Caddyshack. 6, Friday the 13th. 5, Ordinary People. 4, Airplane. 3, Raging Bull. 2, The Shining. 1, The Empire Strikes Back. Now, there's loads of other movies of the 1980s I probably could have also added. Let me see. Let's see. 1980. The Elephant Man with John Hurt and Anthony Hopkins. That's a good one. The original Fog is good. Urban Cowboy with John Travolta. Flash Gordon's not that great of a movie, but it's more of a guilty pleasure film. Superman 2 is great. Prom Night, Coal Miner's Daughter, Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor, Private Benjamin. There's also American Gigolo, Popeye, Xanadu, which is a guilty pleasure. Smoking Advantage, Cruising. Lots of pretty good ones. Cannibal Holocaust, Fame, Terror Train. Seems like old times. Speaking of Dolly Parton, Little Darling, Bronco Billy, Clint Eastwood. That's a good one. Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite movies of 1980? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.